Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel Breaking News TV. We are here again with another breaking news. North Korean crisis. Kim deals devastating blow to Trump's denuclearization talks. North Korea dealt a devastating blow to Donald Trump's hopes of reaching a deal with Kim Jong-un over his nuclear weapons program after representatives from the two sides had met for talks over the weekend. Officials from North Korea and the United States had met for talks in Sweden on Saturday in an effort to seek a way through the current impasse in negotiations. They met on an island northeast of Stockholm called Lidingö, where North Korea has its embassy. However, the Koreans, led by their top nuclear envoy Kim Myong-gil, left the meeting early and later issued an angry statement saying that the United States side had brought nothing to the negotiation table and needed to get rid of their hostile policy toward Pyongyang. A day after the meeting, the North Korean Central News Agency published a statement giving the Americans a deadline until the end of the year to find a workable solution. The statement read, "As we have clearly identified the way for solving the problem, the fate of the future democratic republics or Republic of Korea and United States dialogue depends on the United States attitude. At the end of this year is its deadline." Later, the North Korean Foreign Ministry issued its own statement accusing the United States for bad faith in the negotiations. The Foreign Ministry said the United States is misleading the public opinion, insisting they had a wonderful discussion with the Korean side. The recent negotiations have left us skeptical about the United States' political will to improve the North Korea-United States relations and made us think if it isn't its real intention to abuse the bilateral relations for gratifying its party interests. For their part, American officials insisted that the talks had been productive and that good discussions were had. Morgan Ortagus, a spokeswoman for the United States State Department, rebuffed North Korean claims that the talks had ended in failure. She said, "The early comments from the North Korean delegation do not reflect the content of the spirit of today's 8.5-hour discussion." She insisted that the United States brought creative ideas and had good discussions with its North Korea counterparts. The talks were the first formal level discussions since June when President Trump and Kim Jong-un met briefly at the inter-Korean border. The talks were expected to pave the way for another summit between the two leaders. They had previously met in Singapore in 2018, which resulted in a vague denuclearization agreement, before meeting again in Vietnam in February of this year, where no agreement was reached. Trump, who once called the North Korean leader "Rocketman," is desperate to get some tangible results in his foreign policy initiatives to help boost his campaign for election in 2020. One of his main objectives has been to try and persuade Kim to abandon his nuclear weapons program, offering substantial economic packages, including the lifting of economic sanctions as a means of compensation. However, the North Korean strongman, who has already initiated market reforms, is not interested in economic aid, according to a North Korean specialist. David Pinkston, a lecturer in international relations at the Seoul campus of Troy University, argues that nuclear weapons give the Kim regime power and legitimacy. And according to the North Korean ideology, the power the regime gains from its nuclear weapons also gives it the ability to build up its economic might. Mr. Pinkston said that if the state is stronger and more powerful, then the state is better positioned to pursue and achieve its other goals, whatever they might be, including economic development. As President Kim and his elites see things, nuclear weapons allow North Korea to retain its economic independence. This is a reflection of the country's ruling philosophy of juche, or self-reliance. As Laura Rosenberger, senior fellow and director of the Alliance for Securing Democracy, explains, dependency is something they are really concerned about. They are going to want economic benefits on their terms. The latest talks between North Korea and the United States came after North Korea confirmed that it had successfully test-fired a new type of ballistic missile last Thursday, which many analysts describe as a significant escalation from the short-range tests it had conducted since May. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe for our channel.